Citizen Kane was considered the best film of all time for 50 years, but naturally that hasn't stopped a bunch of basement-dwelling trolls from besmirching the masterwork of Orson Welles. Now it's up to me to defend this seminal classic and leave the trolls muttering the name of a cherished childhood sled on their deathbed. Rosebud, baby! Whoever told me this movie was good is a liar. Sounds like you're just lying to yourself. I've never heard of this movie, so underground. Speaking of underground, does the basement you inhabit get any natural sunlight? Ew, it's old looking. I hope I look that good when I get old. I didn't get it, to be honest. The name of the sled was Rosebud. You dumb fuck! Insert 40-year-old uncle heavily snoring sound effect. I understand you not liking the movie, but why are you trying to dunk on family members who have sleep apnea? Whenever I think about the day I was forced to watch this slog for the first time, the only thought that brings me comfort is how dead Orson Welles is. At some point in the future, you're going to be just as dead as Orson Welles. The difference between you is that people actually cared when Orson Welles died. I'm just doing this to piss people off. The movie was fine. Giving a movie that was fine a half star? Looks like we got a real da-badass over here. I don't like black and white movies. Mid. Imagine being someone who just casually dismisses thousands of classic films. Too old. Nah. This shit doesn't end. And I know that I normally read like the whole thing before I comment on it, but imagine saying that Citizen Kane doesn't end while we now live in a world where 3-hour films are the norm. It's under 2 hours. Give me a break. I've been on my phone half the time because the movie doesn't make any sense. Breaking in here once again, did you ever consider that the movie doesn't make sense because you're not fucking watching it? I'm gonna need a drink after this. You and me both. Unoriginal. Everything here has been done 1,000 times before. Oh my god. Budget so low they couldn't afford color. Acting's beyond shit. Every minute I spend watching this, I could have spent watching Family Guy season 17 for the 5th time.
Now you have no air.
If there's one thing I appreciate about trolls, it's when they go full dumbass. Overrated beyond belief. Only worth seeing to talk about with pretentious aspiring tomato meter critics whose parents wouldn't let them watch SpongeBob. I haven't actually seen SpongeBob, but it's not because my parents didn't let me watch it, it's because when it came out, I wasn't a fucking child anymore. There is something to be said about the magnificent filmmaking of Orson Welles. That's a hell of a way to start a half-star review. Best part of this movie was the random screaming bird. Blaine and I were more entertained by Reba falling off her cat tree than this movie. I don't know who any of these people are, and I don't care to find out. Can I have my 2 hours back, please? This has got to be one of, if not the worst film I've ever seen. Oh, you know we're gonna play that game. And like always, we don't have to go that far into their recently viewed films to find out that they're full of bullshit, because they gave Jurassic World Dominion 2.5 stars. My granddad once met Orson Welles at a pub apparently. He was a right sassy bastard. Cool story, bro. But what does that have to do with the movie? Bro, where's the CG? Citizen Kane originally had a very substantial CGI budget. Unfortunately, since it was 1941, most of IBM's computing power was being used by the Nazis. Oh my god, shut up. I've never had a review speak to me directly before, and my answer is no. Rich man doing rich man shit. This is an accurate description of the film. Was forced to watch this by my dad. Took my phone away so I could appreciate it. So boring. Your dad sounds like a pretty cool guy to me. Not Evil Dead. I've never seen this movie. I've never wanted the Deadites to come to life and eat someone more than I have right now.
Shut up!
Literal ass. A good lesson that just because it's old doesn't mean it's good. Literally no one has ever said that things are automatically good because they are old. Except maybe for cheese. And your mom. Boo, Brad, this sucked. Who the fuck is Brad? What the fuck is this shit? It's a movie. Motherfuckers made me sit through the credits for nothing. Where the fuck the credit scene at? The MCU is truly a plague. I could do much better. I dare you to try. Unwatchable. Verifiably incorrect. More like shit is in pain. I always give it up for the wordplay. Too much dialogue. I'd wish they'd go back to Chaplinism. Chaplinism? You mean silent movies? Honestly, I'm okay with that. I think a lot of silent movies are awesome. But like, they're called silent movies, friend. My dad's favorite film. Oh, nice. We found another cool dad. I would rather be a sled thrown in a funeral pyre than watch this movie again. The sled was actually thrown into a furnace, but thanks for showing up. So much for the so-called best movie of all time. Hot garbage with a rat the size of a lion in it. You want the lion-sized rat to be in the fire? What did that lion-sized rat ever do to you? Boring trash film. Steven Seagal does better. No. We could use this movie as a government torture tool to get the truth out of people. I'd rather die than watch again. And just like that, the CIA starts recruiting cinephiles. But before you get recruited into the CIA, please smash that like button like the lion-sized rat that you are. And if you want to see me go after even more trolls trying to take down classic films, you can check out my video for Into the Spider-Verse. It's right there.